and it's 11:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30 p.m. And my viewers, my participants, and my learners, please join my class, and I am going to keep my promise that today's topic of discussion is phrasal verb. There are innumerable phrasal verbs, but first of all, we must have the knowledge what phrasal verb is. We must not confuse between phrasal verb and prepositional verb. However, whatever may be the case, our topic of discussion is phrasal verb. Clear? Then what is a phrase? Actually, a phrase is a group of words without a finite verb, but that can be used as the part of the sentence. Again, I am repeating, a phrase is a group of words without having a finite verb, and that can be used as the part of the sentence. However, why is it called phrasal verb? Actually, with the verb, we can see some adverbial particles. Particles, not adverbs. We confuse what adverbial particle is and what preposition is. Because a preposition and an adverbial particle are almost the same. Clear? For example, drop your coat. You are drenched. Drop your coat. You are drenched. Clear? So, of OFF is both preposition and adverbial particle. Why is it adverbial particle? Because it has taken its place after a verb. After a verb. For example, drop your shoes before entering the temple. So, of is both preposition and adverbial particle, but do is a verb, so of is an adverbial particle. Switch off the light. Switch off the light. You see that OFF is preposition, but here switch has been used as verb. And as switch is verb, of OFF is adverbial particle. Adverbial particle because its function is just like an adverb. So, switch off the light. Switch off is phrasal verb. So, I have given you the idea what phrase is and what adverbial particle is. Hello viewers, please tell your friends, please tell your companions that I am live streaming and my topic of discussion is phrasal verb, the most important topic, because phrasal verb is important for any kind of competitive exam, any class exam, clear, like Madhyamik, CBSE, IC, ICSE, all these include phrasal verb in their syllabus. However, let us come to the point. For example, actually verb plus adverbial particle will express a single meaning. This is the main point. This is the key point. What is a phrasal verb? When a verb and an adverbial particle jointly expresses a single meaning, they are called a phrasal verb. Again I am repeating. When a verb and an adverbial particle jointly expresses a single meaning, it is called a phrasal verb. Clear? As for example, sit down. Please sit down. So sit down means sit. Sit is verb and down is adverbial particle. But sit and down have expressed a single meaning, that is to sit. Clear? Hello, my dear viewers. Come to the point and comment, like and subscribe my channel and easy step to English grammar. I promised that I would give you today what phrasal verb is and some examples of phrasal verbs. Clear? Now after 12 o'clock at night, our Independence Day, India got freedom, and we must salute our tricolor, our national flag. Clear? Now sit down, stand up on the bench. Stand up on the bench. Stand is verb and up is adverbial particle, but stand and up expresses a single meaning, that is to stand. But here on is preposition. On is preposition. Stand up on the bench. Clear? Thus, a phrasal verb is a phrase constituted of a verb and an adverbial particle. Clear? Now let us give some examples of phrasal verbs, and please tell your friends that I am live streaming and I am discussing phrasal verbs. Clear? My first example is abide by. abide by. And what is the meaning of abide by? It means to accept and work according to law. To accept and work according to law. Abide by. Abide is verb and by is adverbial particle. Clear? For example, everybody should abide by the decision of the authorities. Everybody should abide by the decision of the authorities. So what is the meaning of abide by? Just to accept and work according to law. Hello viewers, why don't you give a like? Why don't you comment today? Why don't you subscribe my channel and Easy Step to English Grammar? I am live streaming. Clear? And in, after abide by, I am dealing with A. Add in. Add in means to include. What is the meaning of add in? It means to include. In Bengali, একসাথে নিয়ে নেওয়া. একসাথে নিয়ে নেওয়া. So it is expressing a single meaning, that is include. Add in. For example, we should always add in the value of what time. We should always add in the value of our time. Clear? Add in. I am dealing with A. Clear? I am dealing with A. Add to. Add to. Add to means to increase. Add to means to increase. Bengali meaning is বৃদ্ধি করে দেওয়া. বৃদ্ধি করে দেওয়া, and it has a single meaning. Add to. The torrential rain added to our troubles. The torrential rain added to our troubles. Clear? So I have given abide by, add in, add to. Now my next example is add up to. Add up to. And for your convenience, for your benefit, I have made this lesson plan so that you may enhance your knowledge in phrasal verb, so that you may be fluent in English with phrasal verbs, because phrasal verbs will add to the beauty of the language. Clear? Now add up to, that is amount to. Amount to. Add up to. Amount to. সঠিক হিসেব দেওয়া. Clear? সঠিক হিসেব দেওয়া. Add up to. I have advised you to take your exercise book, to take your pen, so that you may write them down. Because I have systematically decorated them so that I may communicate to you. Clear? সঠিক হিসেব দেওয়া। your statement your statement does not add up to the exact figure of the amount you received. The exact amount you received. Again, I am repeating. Your statement does not add up to the exact figure of the amount you received. Clear? Please comment. Please like. Please subscribe. And I will be inspired, enthused, and encouraged to give you more examples of phrasal verbs. Agree with. Agree with. Agree with means generally in the negative sense. Generally in the negative sense, what does not suit to anybody. What does not suit to anybody. সাধারণত না সূচক অর্থাৎ যা কারো স্বাস্থ্যের পক্ষে অনুপযুক্ত, স্বাস্থ্যের পক্ষে উপযুক্ত নয়। Clear? Agree with. For example, rainy season does not agree with my health. Rainy season does not agree with my health. Health. Clear? Alight on. A-L-I-G-H-T. What is the meaning of alight on? Alight on means notice something by chance. Notice something by chance. অর্থাৎ হঠাৎ চোখ বা দৃষ্টি পড়ে যাওয়া। হঠাৎ চোখ বা দৃষ্টি পড়ে যাওয়া। Clear? For example, my eyes alighted on my favorite novel in the shelf. My eyes alighted on my favorite novel in the shelf. That means suddenly fell on the novel in the shelf. Seventh example, amount to. Amount to. What is the meaning of amount to? That means making as a total. Making as a total. সমষ্টি বোঝানো। Making as a total. For example, my today's earning amounts to what you have earned throughout your life, what you have learned throughout your life. Clear? Amount to. Answer back. Answer back. What is the meaning of answer back? To speak or answer. To speak or answer rudely. To speak or answer rudely. অভদ্রভাবে কর্কশভাবে উত্তর দেওয়া। And you see, answer back. For example, he answered back only to be dismissed from service. He answered back only to be dismissed from service. Clear? Arrive at. Arrive at. That means to reach. or to come to the conclusion, সিদ্ধান্তে আসা, সিদ্ধান্তে উপস্থিত হওয়া। At last I arrived at a decision. At last I arrived at a decision that I should not leave my country, that I should not leave my country. Ask after. This is the 10th example. Ask after. What is the meaning of ask after? Inquiring of somebody's health. Inquiring of somebody's health. কারো স্বাস্থ্য সম্বন্ধে খোঁজ নেওয়া, স্বাস্থ্য সম্পর্কে খোঁজ নেওয়া। My grandfather always asks after my health in his letters. My grandfather always asks after my health in his letters. Clear? Ask for. Ask for means inquire of. অনুসন্ধান করা বা খোঁজ করা। Clear? When I arrived at my native village, when I arrived at my native village, I asked for my grandfather. I asked for my grandfather. So when you are using ask and for, you see that you are using verb and an adverbial particle, and they are expressing a single meaning. Clear? Awake to. This is the 12th example. Awake to. That means to become aware of. To become aware of. সচেতন হওয়া, সচেতন হওয়া বা অনুভব করা। After a few days in the new environment, after a few days in the new environment, we awake or we awoke impending danger. We awoke to the impending danger. However, today's topic of discussion was phrasal verb. What phrasal verb is? What do you mean by phrasal verb? And I have given you 12 phrasal verbs on A. Serially I will give. Awake. Thank you very much. Good night. Stay safe, stay mellow. Let's stop here. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.